Hi friends, today I'm doing a VR to Raquel at Amethyst Ascension. She did my current favorite decks, so it's her top 11 current favorite decks. And normally I wouldn't be able to do this because normally I'm not working with that many decks at any given time, but I am right now. So perfect timing. I'm working with exactly 11 decks. So I'm going to go through all of these decks with you. And there are some newbies that I either unbox in March. I will be unboxing in March's video. And another one that I have a full unboxing of that'll have its own video coming out in probably a few days. So some sneaky peekies, if you will. First of all, I have to talk about these baby oracles. So this one is new to my collection or new to my shelf in March. Yep, bought another deck. So these ones have been working so well for me. This is a twofer, 1 and 2. They're my go-to when I don't know what oracle deck to work with. And I think it's just because they are quite simplistic, but they're just really great keywords. And the way that I like to work with oracle and tarot together is to pull the oracle card first and then ask for an expansion on that meaning from the tarot. And these little decks just work fantastic. So I have edged this one in black, and I was working with this one more so at the beginning of March. And then I wanted a more springy, softer vibe for one of the tarot decks I was working with. So we busted out, and by busted out I mean I went on Amazon and got it on sale. So this is just such a spring vibe. I've edged it in like a soft pink, which I think goes so well with this deck. It's almost, you almost can't even tell on camera. So this one is great. I'm really glad I picked it up because it's working so well with the deck I have chosen it for. I posted it on my Instagram stories yesterday, I believe. So the deck I am working with, this tarot, is the Cysteine Tarot. So this is another top 11 deck. So we're on number 3. And they just do work so well together. And I was working with this one. I have so many oracle decks that I like to work with this deck. But like I said, I just wanted a more softer spring oracle to go with this one. The other oracles I have to go with this deck are a little bit darker. And once we hit daylight savings, I wanted those lighter decks. Dare with the Chariot. Success with the Ace of Swords, success with any ace. So we've got the 5 of Cups with Transform, rise above any situation and become the best version of you. Like, right? 9 of Swords, surprises, venture down the rabbit hole. Maybe embrace that nightmare, see where it takes you. Queen of Swords, generosity, sow seeds of kindness with the Queen of Swords. Okay, maybe you're being a little too spicy. I just love it. 9 of Wands, retreat. Oh my God. Okay, we're stopping there because it just can't get any better. So that's our third deck, our 1, 2, and 3, actually. So I had mentioned that after daylight savings time, I wanted that softer, more spring vibe, but prior to daylight savings time, I was working with the Tarot of Persephone's Garden. This is a spring deck for me, spring and fall. That's when Persephone, I find that her myth comes out to play a little. I have this version, and I think it's a no-brainer for spring. So this one got a lot of use from me for the first half of March. We're still using it, but it's kind of died down ever so slightly with the Cysteine Tarot being more of a softer spring vibe in a lot of its cards. Not all, but a lot. So deck number 4 is the Tarot of Persephone's Garden. And this one I used it with a couple oracles. One of those being the Hellenic Oracle. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. They played so well together, and of course they would. They feature a lot of the exact same paintings as we just saw, so of course they're going to play well together. And there's a lot of Greek mythology going on. Tarot of Persephone's Garden is a Greek goddess, so it's a no-brainer. So I really was working with the two of them together a lot, and it, no shocker, was a great look. It was a great pairing, as I thought it would be when I purchased the Tarot of Persephone's Garden. So fantastic. So they were working together very well for the first little bit. And then I also worked with Tarot of Persephone's Garden with the Abaton keys. So we have deck, I think this is number 6. So this is just another one that I think it goes with a lot, but I really enjoy using it with, I was going to say darker decks, but it also works for lighter decks. I don't know, but it did really well. It did very well with both the Tarot of Persephone's Garden and the Cysteine Tarot. It does so great with both of them. And one of my goals was to work more with this deck this year, and it's been going fantastic. So this is an indie deck. Published by Patty Allen, and the artist is Julia Still. So I had to Google this one to locate it, and turns out it's super close to me. Okay, we'll do a random. We have the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. So this is my current card that I'm working with. This has been a weekly pull. I've been really enjoying it for every Monday morning, pulling one of these, reading the guidebook, and keeping it kind of in the sidelines for the week. I think this is a great one for weekly pulls. A week ahead message, or a week ahead heads up. I've been really enjoying working with this one weekly, and it's hard because in my head I'm like, okay, which other decks can I work with for a weekly pull? But I don't want to give this one up yet. I'm going to be working with this one for a while, absolutely, for my Monday morning card pulls. This is another twofer. If you watched my tarot goals video, you know what is in this bag. We have the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Oracle deck. I keep this in order based on how I used it. And if you watched my tarot goals for 2025, you know what I'm using it with, how I'm using it. So basically I'm looking at the planetary transits each day. I don't do it every day because that would be overwhelming. But when I have a minute, if I have some spare time, I will use my Magic of Eye Planner and look at the transits, and I will pick, I don't do them all because there's a lot happening in the sky, so I'll pick one of the transits and a couple of the planets and just map it out. If you want more information, definitely check out my tarot goals for 2025 video. So that's how this one is getting used, and I do really enjoy it. I'm having a lot of fun with that practice, and it's been really informative. And then if the keywords on this deck aren't doing it for me, that's when I go to the Numinous Astro Oracle and just grab a couple other keywords from this deck that maybe work a little better, that kind of fit the scenario, make more sense in my head sometimes, whatever the case may be. So we have our astrology ones, we have our houses, which in this case, I'm not using the house cards. Planets, and then the relationships between the planets. So these ones, again, come in really handy, as well as the keywords on the planets. 8 and 9. 8 and 9, done and done. Last two, and these are newbies, one of which I am so excited for. So the mini tarot travel kit, I unboxed this in my March's video, which as of this date hasn't been posted, but it will be. March is not over yet. So I'm obsessed with this. I think it is adorable. It is obviously, oh, they're so slippery, a mini tarot travel kit. So we have our cards. Look at how tiny these are. I can't even like hold them properly. They are quite slippery. I will say they have quite a glossy coating, which makes them really slippery, but I'm happy that they have a glossy coating because I did buy another mini deck in March, which will be in March's video, and it does not feel nearly as durable as this one. So we will, there's going to be reversals because these are impossible to get back the right way. Like it's, oh, straight up reversals. So it is a pip deck. I will link her Etsy shop in the description box. Note, this deck is the only one that's a full 78 cards. The other decks are majors only. I almost made the mistake of buying one of the other ones, and I would have been so frustrated with myself for not reading the description because this is the only one that's a full 78 cards. Just so you know, love that world. So how have I been working with this? Why have I been working with it? Well, in here is an astrology mat. This is going to also get discussed in March's video. I'm not going to bust it out because it's a pain I don't have time to get it all back together. But you basically take some cards, shuffle them up, and cast them onto the astrology mat. And wherever they fall, that's the energy or the vibe, the advice for whatever house they land on. Make sense? I'll talk about it more in March's video. But that's what I've been using this deck for. And it's been great for learning the houses as well. So in here, we have the mat. I added this clear quartz and I also added some stickers. Oh, can we get this out without unraveling it? Some stickers of my birth chart and then the houses with some keywords because I'm still learning the houses. You know what? We'll just do it. I'll show you because you're probably curious about it. And I definitely want to give her some sales because it's great. So here we have the astrology mat. So you cast, I always put self over here for our first house, and you cast your cards on top of it and go from there. This feels like a glasses cleaner. It's a very soft feeling. Now we're going to struggle to get that back in there just right. So we will deal with this later. I'm probably going to play with this later anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And it does close when I fold it properly. So that's the mini tarot travel kit from Etsy that came in this month. And the last one, which I am so very excited about, I unboxed it just recently, and I'm going to be posting the unboxing for everyone to see. It's the Ancient Greek Tarot deck by, I don't know how to say that. I'm not even going to try. I will butcher it. But her name is Eleni Kumi. So I will put her website in the description box as well. This was a Kickstarter, obviously just came in this month. It was supposed to come in February. Oh my gosh, amazing. I didn't even see that when I unboxed it. It was supposed to come in February. It did not. So here we are at the end of March and I just got it in and obviously I'm working with it. So let's just take a moment to appreciate the inside of this box, shall we? Love it. And here are our backs. It is a soft pink. The camera, it could be my lighting, but I find that reds and pinks and purples don't get picked up very well. Obviously, we've got some lovely edges. So this is going to be glued to my hip for the next little while. And I think it's perfect timing because it does feel very spring to me as well. Spring, summer, even I could get away with using this in the winter because of some of those blue hues. I think they're mostly in the nights. Our friend Scylla here. So I am going to be posting a full unboxing of this in a couple of days. So hang tight if you want to see the rest of it. But here we have the Ancient Greek Tarot deck. And that is another one that I am working with. And like I said, it'll be glued to my hip for the next several weeks probably. And I'm excited to work with it in spring. Just so fun and colorful. So that's it. That's my top 11 current decks that I'm working with. And like I said, I don't normally work with this many decks at once. So it's funny that even this number 11, is the exact number of decks that I have out on my table right now. It was meant to be, friends. It was meant to be. So thank you so much to Raquel for putting together this magical number 11 VR for us to all enjoy and watch. Thank you so much. And I'll see you when I see you.